thank you so much, Sharelle, for taking time out to talk with us at the Jasmine Brand. I'm Felicia Michelle, and I wanted to start congratulating you and Chad on your newest little addition, Miss Serenity Paula Johnson. How are you doing? How's the baby doing?
Thank you. The baby is great. She's, a blessing to the family. I'm doing great. Bouncing back. It's easy.
You look great. Your comments are all like, the snapback, girl, the snapback, the snapback. Did you get your abs back yet? Because I know you were like, I want my washboards back, give me my six back.
Right, exactly. Listen, I went, as soon as I gave birth and they put me in my room, I put on the waist trainer. I'm like, we got to get back.
You got to stay on MILF status. That's all it's about. But were there any challenges, because we're still in COVID. I saw that Chad was there with little Serenity between his eyelash appointments, and and she was there with, so he was able to be in the room with you. A lot of mothers haven't been able to experience their partners being with them because of COVID.
Right. It was stressful. They allowed him to be in the room during delivery of Serenity, but after an hour, once she was born, he had to leave, and I had to basically spend the next 2 days with her by myself, and of course the nurses. But it was hard because you just delivered a baby and no sleep. I was restless those 3 days. I was ready to get up out the hospital
and get a little bit, and also you just want to be around your family. You want her to have time with her dad. It's really essential time when they're first born. So, but I'm glad it's all worked out. But you kind of gave birth twice this year. Now you didn't have twins, but you gave birth to 2 babies. You have Serenity and Selling Sunset Tampa. Which I might note, both of those are a result of sliding in the DMs. Because that's how, you connected with Chad, and you mentioned it on the show. And I know that's also how you connected with the Sunset creator, Adam, right?
Correct. Yes, we had producers reach out to, I had a few producers that reached out to me. And I was like, if I'm going to, go with the producer, I need to go with the best of the best. So I put my brand in front of Adam by, adding them on social media networks, liking a few pictures, and then it went from there.
Is that how it went with Chad too? Was it similar?
Chad, I just liked a story or something. It was I sent heart eyes on the wall, and then it went from there. But it was good.
Seems like obviously the show is a great opportunity. Was it nerve-wracking for you to pitch a reality show to the best of the best? Like you said, you wanted the best. Did you have any fear, hesitation, or?
No, I wasn't. I mean, I felt like they saw what they liked, and they saw something in us. A few producers saw something in us. So the ladies of Allure, we had a talk. We were like, okay, are you guys ready for this? It wasn't just my decision. I made sure, my agents had input on everything that was coming across the board, because all our lives were going to be, presented to the world. Right. So of course, we had to prep for it. It's going to be good people, bad people. We just have to mentally prepare for this. And I think we did a great job doing it.
I think you did. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I mean, it was in Netflix top 10, which is amazing, accomplishment. There's so much content on Netflix, and to reach that and to reach such an audience, and like in a matter of days, everyone was like talking about this show, and it just blew up. But like you were saying, how the show impacted not just your life, but also life of your agents. Were you ever nervous that there would be a negative impact, possibly like on your relationship? It's kind of like a reality TV curse that they talk about, and how it can drain on your personal relationships, especially romantic relationships.
At the end of the day, with the agents and myself, even though this is real life with us, this is how we communicate. And of course, people are going to have their looking on the outside looking in, they're going to have their input. Oh, I hate this person, but we've been doing this for years. So we know how to communicate with each other without, even if we do get offended, we come back together. We're like a family. What business don't have disagreements or arguments? This is how we operate. And if they were unhappy, they would have left 2 years ago. So we are a big family. We know how to have differences and come back together and bring it back together. So as of right now, the biggest thing that we did talk about was communication. And I'm big on communication. We're all women. We're about our business, but we communicate well.
Do you think watching yourself, because a lot of times like we try to think our best to have self-awareness and our growth as human beings, but do you think actually getting to watch yourself in these situations made you go, okay, there's some things I need to maybe change up. There's some things I want to do differently.
Of
I didn't know
course.
I walked like that. Just maybe things you noticed that you're like, I think I want to improve on those areas.
Of course. Being a leader, it's always room for improvement. So it's a lot of times where, I could get beside myself and over talking like it's my way or the highway, but definitely just listening to, I'll do that in real life though, listen to their opinions and go back to the drawing board and reconsider things. But of course, after watching the show, it was a few things I could have, but I'm not, regretting it. I love my agents. We all get along. We're good.
I mean,
even the ones I had to get rid of.
even I parted you with the best of intentions and with and wanting positive things to happen. So one thing that happened during the season, which it seemed like you didn't expect it, you found out you were pregnant in the middle of shooting this, and we saw you shed a couple of tears. So I'm wondering, like, were those tears of being scared, or oh my gosh, or excitement, like, or what the heck? And also, did it happen on that trip when y'all went to Miami and you stopped to go see it? I was like, I don't really know if I can do the math.
I'm trying to do the calculation. Listen, it happened right before Miami. I was tired. I was filming. I was like, I'm about to go to Jacksonville just to, spend some time. And I think it happened around that time frame. It could have happened in Miami around the time. I don't know, but I was definitely in shock because I wasn't ready yet. My career is just now getting to a point where I'm comfortable, and it happened. But everything happens for a reason, and
it sure does. And now you have a beautiful. I can't wait to see her. I know that she's a beautiful baby because you showed your children on the show, and we've seen Chad's kids, and those are some attractive kids, and y'all some attractive people. So I just need to know what this combo looks like. But I totally understand, not maybe showing her just yet, because that's your baby,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, my baby.
On the show, you also mentioned, it was funny in your interview, you mentioned how many children that you and Chad have combined. I think you like, I got 4, he got 85, which is funny. I was like, oh, she's clever, I like her. So was there apprehension to bringing a new baby into an already full house? I can't imagine it when y'all want to go out that y'all can only take one car. Also, it's just the challenge of a blended family. So were you apprehensive about the baby, and then how has she come along, and how have you guys kind of meshed your two families together, your children together?
We do, and all the kids get along very well. We spent the holidays together, my kids and his, and everyone gets along great. There's no drama. The ages, everybody fit their personalities. They hang with who they fit with whichever personality match. No issues. I'm very blessed. He's very blessed. No drama. Even with the mothers, we all get along. We communicate well for the sake of it.
There's no reason not to. I was just kind of most concerned with just one person who maybe wasn't so thrilled. Denim just didn't seem like he was into the business. He was like,
Denim is such a loving kid. I get massages and he'll tell the masseuse, "Don't hurt my baby sister." He FaceTime me. He's like, Mom, when I'm in the hospital, "Mommy, how's the baby doing? Is she okay?" He's such a loving kid.
Come around to it. Maybe we just caught him at. He was like, "What do you mean? I'm not gonna be the young
right?
I'm not the baby
sleeping in my bed."
That's amazing. That you've been able to just blend those families together and not have any drama, because co-parenting is the most important thing when you have children. Just making sure that their well-being is the best. And I mean, obviously you're a very smart woman, so I'm sure that you put them first. Also in the show, you mentioned something pretty interesting, that for every closing, you get a Chanel bag. Girl, we saw the green bag and we were green with envy.
Look, the green bag.
So just to let y'all know, it's not a rental, it's owned. It's owned. So have you graduated to Birkin bags yet? Or have you maybe have you gotten a Birkin for a push gift?
I did get a Birkin.
That's what we want to see, a Birkin.
Yes, I did. I don't know. Maybe they cut that scene where I had the Birkin. I think they did cut. They cut a lot. We filmed so much, it was ridiculous. But yes, I did upgrade.
Okay, then all right. I'm not mad at the Birkin, and I'm not mad at the ownership of the Chanel. It was not alone, y'all. It wasn't one of them websites.
We was running out of colors.
You're like, I don't. The rainbow leaves have to make more colors. I'm gonna have to get some more Birkin. But I wanted to know, like you said, a lot of stuff, got cut, and there was some things because you shoot, for months, and you don't really see the final product probably until right before we do, or maybe at the same time that we do. So, do you watch the show? Have you watched every episode?
I have watched every episode. Yes.
So I wonder, as you're watching this, did you feel maybe betrayed or surprised at any point, just seeing what the ladies had to say, not just amongst each other, but in their sit down interviews too?
No, I think every woman, stood their ground as they should. Even, a lot of people say with Rena. Rena's a businesswoman at the end of the day, and I respect her. And if I was in her shoes, I probably would have did the same thing. So there's no hard feelings with Rena. Like if she's, if she wants to go off on her own, I will support her 100%. And that's coming from the heart.
That's amazing. We touched on it a little bit that you said, there wasn't any really regrets that you have about the season, but, is there any specific situation that you would change, maybe the interaction with Rena, or the sudden commission change, or waiting to fire Alexis, maybe, or choosing Joanna as your second in command over Colony? Was there anything that you saw, like, maybe I should have did a little bit differently, I would have played it differently?
No.
Like, no, it's solid. It's solid over here.
It's solid. I mean, if I have to second guess, then, that's a problem. Every move that I made was a reason for it. And even with the commission change, you don't own partnership in my business. So I don't have to bring you to the table when I'm making those financial decisions behind the doors. As long as you see improvement within the business, then that's a plus. But if you don't see improvements, then we have something to talk about. If you do see improvements in the business, we don't have anything to discuss.
I loved watching this because we really got to watch women of color, just like not just Black women. We have Latina women. We have, we have different women of color just successful and getting it and unapologetic about it too, but unfortunately, like all things that may be good, it's always gonna be with criticism. Your Allure Realty is like, the first of its kind really, and this show depicts success, but like I said, that criticism is there. And recently, someone pretty big in the culture, DJ Envy, making a whole post about the ladies of Selling Sunset and Selling Sunset Tampa, and criticizing the lack of closings shown on the show. And a lot of people have been going on to say, like, that they fed more into the lines of the drama and the negative things that were happening, and they could have shown more of the successes of the ladies. Do you have any response to that, or how do you feel about that?
First, like I tell everyone, even though it's a franchise, we have two different stories. I love Jason and Brett. They have a well-established business. I'm a woman, and the ladies behind me, we are bringing something new. And we're doing a damn good job bringing what we're bringing to be a new brokerage. And them not seeing closings, I don't understand. Like Rena said, made a caption, she was like, but maybe we'll find, just because we didn't ring bells or throw confetti doesn't mean we wasn't closing homes. We had a big development with a developer that have multiple listings. That was huge. I sold and this is real life with the Mayo Organics. Joanna and I sold a big home. Rena sold a home first show. It's huge.
Yeah.
And these are not made up deals. These are things, and what people have to understand, it takes a long time. We were filming during the pandemic, and a lot of people don't want a whole camera crew coming in because of what's going on. So it was hard getting a lot of people to even say, okay, I'll be a part of it, because it's a new show and filming during the pandemic.
I mean, also too, y'all look fabulous, and I'm just saying, like, y'all don't look look like anybody that's been missing any bill payments or any rent checks or anything. So, I mean, I know I'm not counting your wallets, but you know, I do kind of understand the criticism because so many shows that surround Black women and Black culture that are so negative. I think that y'all actually really kept it real with each other. Like, I don't believe it was drama. I think it was just real. It was a conflict, but y'all came to and it was like, hold on, you were talking about me behind my back, but let's just address it right now.
Because bring it to the table. That's what we do.
But it seems like it's from a place of actually caring about one another. And like the spats that y'all even have they're intense, but I feel like that's a sign of love or passion for that person and for that business. Like, it's not evil or malicious or contrived for reality TV.
And that's one thing about the ladies, like, even though we have our differences, we know we help each other. We're here to help each other. Even with Alexis, like, we'll tell her, okay, you making excuses, and everybody's like giving their input, like, do this, try this, do this. But we're here to help no matter what. We're like sisters at the end of the day.
No, seriously. And your comment section is nuts because everyone keeps going, first off, they all love you, which, I mean, that has to feel good that people can see something and it resonates with them at the type of woman that you are. But they're like, season two. So do you have any word? It would be think Netflix would be out of their mind not to give y'all a season 2. Have you heard any word on a season 2?
We haven't heard anything yet. I don't know. I got to reach back out to them. It's been crazy. I know they've been giving me time for, recovering, but hopefully soon we'll hear something.
Because I feel like there's more to your agency to show, we're like, are those all your agents? Because I can't imagine that there are probably multiple other women that you work with. I can't imagine that you don't have a large network of people that I'm probably even more now that want to work with you, people who already worked with you. So is there more to see with the Allure Realty? Like, is there more agents, more people or characters we could possibly meet in the event of a season 2?
I don't know. We have to see. The network, Allure Realty, has grown tremendously. And I'm truly grateful for that. But I guess we'll have to wait on the season 2 to see what comes with it.
Or possibly, do you think maybe in a season 2, seeing more of your personal life? You really brought us in. We met your dad, and you talked about your relationship with your father, which I feel like a lot of people could also resonate with, and forgiving him and allowing him to come into your life and be with your kids, and you sharing your kids with us, your daughter even becoming emotional talking about moving. Do you think you'll expand any more into your personal life in possible future season? Maybe a wedding special?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I definitely am open. Everybody has a story and people can relate from that story. And as long as I'm helping someone get through what they're going through, I'm definitely open to sharing my story, talking about nobody's perfect. I have trials and tribulations I went through. And just to be able to help someone else, that's an amazing feeling. So I definitely will open up more.
A wedding special though, like, are you open to it? Have you received any offers? Because I just, y'all are a really good looking couple, and he's had other relationships in the public eye, but we never really seen him make it down the aisle. And so I think this is something people would like. Would you be open to that?
Definitely open to it. Chad and I are hilarious, and the family, all of us, when we get together, it's funny. It's like my stomach hurts. So I would definitely be open to letting the public see us behind closed doors.
So since you're open to the idea, that kind of makes me think that you haven't set a date yet. And I mean, I got a date for you if you're interested in it.
What's the date?
That it's coming up February 22nd or the 2nd of 2022. That's 2/2/2/2s. And, February 22nd, 2022, like, that's an easy anniversary to remember. Ain't nobody gonna forget it. Right after Valentine's Day, right in the middle of Black History Month. I think it's a good date. Listen,
we'll talk offline.
Like, let my baby turn 6 months or so. And I just want to ask you one thing, because we know you from the show, but clearly you're a person who's lived a very full life. And I think we've just gotten to the tip of who Sharelle is, outside of being just a realtor, outside of being Chad Ochocinco's fiance. What is the biggest misconception that you think that people have about you when they meet you?
I think the biggest misconception is, I do get a lot of, her come up came from Chad.
Oh.
I get a lot of that. People who don't know me. I've always been a go-getter ever since I was a child. And I'm a businesswoman. I'm all about, my coins and my family. So I'm always, hustle. I'm a grind no matter what. And I think from the show, a lot of people think that I'm a bitch, like a me, but I'm the most humble person. I'm very genuine, and I like to see women succeed. I like to see us succeed. So I'm all about it. If you want to go, I'm support you 1,000%. Do what you want to do. I'm gonna support you 1,000%. So I think those are the two big misconceptions.
I think what is it called? RBF. A lot of us suffer from RBF, so we're not smiling. And some people think they're
yes.
But also remember too, a lot of times, many women who are very successful talk about the fact that if I were a man, I'd be a boss, but because I'm a woman, you think I'm a bitch, and that's the
right
here. If you were a guy, if you were a Black male, and this was which would be awesome, a show about all Black male realtors. You can go put that one. If the tables were turned, we probably wouldn't be hearing a lot of the same criticism. So I think you're doing an amazing job. This is really good. And make that phone call and find out about season 2, because call them back after the holidays. I know you had a little serenity, and serenity means peace, and we will not have serenity until we know if there is a season 2
exactly.
of this show. But in the meantime, what's going on? Where can we keep up with you at?
You can follow my Instagram, Sharelle Rosado _ or Twitter, Sharelle Rosado _ and then my business page, Allure Realty FL, and I have a Miami team as well, Allure Realty Miami. Those are the places.
So would you ever pitch a spinoff of your own? Your spinoff of your spinoff, you're going to probably be spending more time in Miami now that baby Serenity is here, and, just keeping the family together.
Or Chad may be spending more time in Tampa. You never know.
So you could set your eyelash business up here. You can do eyelashes anywhere.
No. Yeah, I'll be back. We both will be back and forth, going back and forth. So, but yeah, I would definitely pitch a spinoff. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it would be super successful, and it's amazing, and you've done absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to see really what's next for you. And I can't wait for the day where they're not trying to do you Chad's fiance. No, this is Sharelle. Right. I know you got a chain. I thought you might wear your chain. Get it right.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you. I promised you guys that I was going to come on, and I said, let me reach back out to the day ones who reached out to me before the show came out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.